Alright guys, cool. So I was talking about putting in a fill from the build up, reverb comes up, it gets cut off, it freaks people out, and putting a fill right here into the drop. I'm sure you've heard that a million times, whether it be in tech house or EDM, big room house, future bass, or really any genre out there. There's usually some kind of drum fill to help kind of tell the listener that we're switching modes, we're switching arrangement parts in the song. You could do this with a lot of different things. I didn't find any fills offhand with what I have plugged into the laptop right now as far as hard drives and stuff that I have on this laptop. However, what I was able to find was a cool laugh. And I think that the laugh complements the goofiness and the sort of trolling, if you will, of the reverb cutting off abruptly and basically a giant middle finger FU to what normally happens, which is a decrease in reverb slowly into the drop, which has been done seemingly since the beginning of time. So, this whole area right now has become quite cheeky, as they say, but I'm cool with it. And once again, we're looking for kind of minimal efficient completion of a track, not an 8-bar loop that we sit on for 2 years. So kind of sort of what I have here, check it out. I just dragged a laugh in. I found a sample of a girl laughing. I literally dragged it in. That's it. Now keep in mind that laugh, I mean, you could take that literally as the laugh and say, it's great, or like, oh, that's terrible. Or you could just understand that in the 30-day production course, what this really is a placeholder. You can keep the laugh and play off the fact that I totally cut this off to demand attention from the crowd. So you could use the laugh as sort of people like Fatboy Slim might come to mind, or just somebody who would kind of do that, break the rules, and not worry so much about a work of art being perfect, an audio engineering and mix and mastering and arrangement work of art from one of the best music schools in the world. But instead, rather just we're going to cut the reverb off to get attention. We're going to make the crowd, we're basically going to say to the crowd, gotcha, just kidding, I'm joking, with the laugh, and then we're going to go into the drop and get back down to dancing business. But you could also take this a little bit more figuratively and just understand that this laugh is a holding place for a drum fill, for nothing if you wanted to, for a cowbell 1 2 3, for a big snare hit right there, or keep it tropical. This right here could be the perfect area to do a little steel drum fill, a little do 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 boom do 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 as the drop comes back in. You can do a bunch of stuff there. If you have a saxophone or have a saxophone sample, throw that in there. It's a placeholder. We are taking the idea of music production and completing a track very seriously with this, but we're also using almost exclusively samples that you can find that come stock with the Ableton suite, in this case 10. But this laugh, I think I got off Splice, truth be told. But I wouldn't get too strung out on what the sounds are, because this is basically a tech house template at this point, and you can replace any of these sounds you don't like eventually with other stuff. So yeah, there you go. We've got our fill. We go into our drop. Let's hear it again. Cool. So guys, keep that in mind. We have basically the building blocks of what you need for a basic house, tech house track. You could add a ton more to this. You could keep it as is. It's really just about what your sound is and what you're going for. You're going for something minimal, or you're really trying to pack it in. Join me in the next video. We will finish up arrangement from the drop, basically, and start to break it down into kind of a less cool drop, part 2 over here, and then eventually into an outro over here for the DJ to mix out of. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in the next.